It's 7 a.m., your alarm goes off. You sleep 7 hours. You do everything right. You go to bed on time. You avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. You even shut your eyes before midnight. But still, you wake up groggy, foggy, and reaching for that double shot of espresso just to function. You feel heavy. You feel slow. It's frustrating, right? Now here's the crazy part. Someone in Japan sleeps the exact same 7 hours, sometimes even less, around 6 hours, and they wake up fresh, focused, and full of energy. Their obesity rates are lower, their longevity is higher, and their productivity is legendary. What is their secret? Is it superior genetics? Is it some magical futon mattress? Or have we, in the West, been doing sleep fundamentally wrong for decades? Welcome to the Kids Growth Lab, where we decode the science of living smarter. Today, we aren't just giving you sleep tips. We're diving into a cultural and biological deep dive of the sleep habits of Japan. We are going to explore how they turn limited hours into deep, restorative, high-quality rest, while many of us sleep 8 hours and still feel like walking zombies. But don't worry, you don't need to fly to Tokyo or buy a $4,000 smart mattress. I've analyzed the research, the neuroscience, and the cultural history for you. In this video, I will break down 9 powerful, science-backed Japanese habits, from their unique bathing rituals to the 80% rule of eating, that can help you wake up refreshed, even on limited sleep. Let's decode the Japanese art of rest. Step 1. Cool down your cave. Let's start with the environment. If you walk into a typical American bedroom in winter, it is cozy, warm, and likely set to around 72 degrees Fahrenheit. It feels comfortable. But if you walk into a traditional Japanese bedroom, you will notice something immediately. It is cold. A massive study across 2000. Japanese homes revealed that their bedrooms average around 55 degrees Fahrenheit or 13 degrees Celsius during sleep hours. To most of us, that sounds freezing. But to a neuroscientist, that sounds like perfection. Why? Because of a biological mechanism called thermoregulation. Sleep scientist Dr. Matthew Walker explains that for your brain to initiate sleep, your core body temperature needs to drop by about 2 to 3 degrees Fahrenheit. This drop is the biological trigger for the release of melatonin. When your room is too warm, your body struggles to dump that heat. Your heart rate stays elevated, and your brain stays in light sleep mode, constantly waking up to regulate temperature. In Japan, the philosophy is different. They keep the room cool and airy, but they keep the body warm with heavy blankets. This creates a pocket of warmth while allowing the head, which contains the brain, to stay cool. This contrast promotes deeper, slow-wave sleep, which is the phase where physical restoration happens. You aren't a lizard. You don't need a heat lamp. Tonight, drop your thermostat to between 60 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Or if you live in a hot climate, use a fan to circulate air. Give your brain the cool signal it is desperate for. Step 2. Support, not softness. Now, let's talk about what you are lying on. In the West, we are obsessed with softness. We buy pillow-top mattresses, memory foam that sucks us in, and beds that feel like clouds. We think comfort equals quality. But here's the hard truth. Your spine doesn't want comfort. It wants architecture. It wants support. In Japan, millions of people still sleep on traditional shikibutans or futons placed directly on tatami mats. These surfaces are firm, very firm. When you sleep on a soft mattress, your heavy parts, your hips and shoulders, sink in deeper than your legs and head. This creates a hammock effect, curving your spine out of its natural alignment. This puts stress on your ligaments all night long. Your body has to use micromuscular contractions just to stabilize itself. This means even when you are asleep, your muscles are working. That is why you wake up stiff. The Japanese firm surface forces the spine into neutral alignment. It allows your muscles to completely shut off and relax. I am not saying you have to sleep on the floor tonight. But if you are waking up with back pain, your bed might be too soft. Try sleeping on a firmer surface. As James Clear says, small changes compound. Swapping to a firmer surface is a passive habit that pays dividends for 8 hours every night. Step 3. The Ofuro ritual. This is perhaps the most famous Japanese habit, and scientifically the most effective. The evening bath. In the West, showers are for cleaning. We jump in, scrub, rinse, and jump out. It's a chore. In Japan, Cleaning happens before you enter the bath. The bath itself is not for hygiene, it is for therapy. Japanese people typically soak in hot water, around 104 degrees Fahrenheit, for 15 to 20 minutes before bed. Now wait a minute. Didn't I just tell you in step 1 that you need to be cool to sleep? Why would you boil yourself in hot water? This is where the biology gets fascinating. It is called the rebound effect. When you sit in hot water, your blood vessels dilate and expand. Blood rushes to the surface of your skin, turning you pink. When you step out of the bath and into your cool room, that heat rapidly escapes from your dilated blood vessels. This causes your core body temperature to plummet faster and deeper than if you hadn't taken the bath at all. This rapid drop signals to your pineal gland that a massive temperature drop has been detected and to release melatonin now. It knocks you out. Stop treating your shower as a chore. Treat it as a medical prescription. Take a hot bath or a warm shower 90 minutes before bed. No phone, no Netflix, just soak. Let the physics of the rebound effect do the work for you. Step 4. Shift the shame around sleep. Here is a cultural bombshell that might blow your mind. If you fall asleep in a meeting in New York or London, you might get fired. It is seen as lazy, disrespectful, and unprofessional. In Japan, if you fall asleep in a meeting, or on a train, or in a park, it is often seen as a badge of honor. This is called inamuri, which translates to sleeping while present. The cultural assumption is that person is sleeping because they have been working so incredibly hard for the company they are dedicated, because there is no shame attached to resting. Japanese people don't fight their tiredness. They embrace it. Contrast that with the Western hustle culture. We drink caffeine to fight fatigue. We say, "I'll sleep when I'm dead." We treat sleep like a weakness. When you fight sleep, your body releases cortisol, the stress hormone. High cortisol makes it impossible to enter deep sleep later that night. It becomes a vicious cycle. We need to flip the script. Tiredness isn't a failure. It is biological feedback. If you are tired at 2 p.m., don't hate yourself. Don't reach for the Red Bull immediately. Acknowledge it. Respecting your body's signal lowers your stress, which ironically makes it easier to sleep deeply later. Step 5. Master the power nap. Building on inamuri, let's talk about strategic napping. Japanese efficiency isn't about working non-stop. It is about working with high focus. You cannot maintain focus for 12 hours straight. Many Japanese companies actually encourage a 20-minute nap after lunch. But here is the science trap. You must not sleep too long. If you nap for 20 minutes, you stay in stage 1 and stage 2 sleep, which is light sleep. You wake up refreshed. If you nap for 45 minutes, you enter stage 3, deep sleep. If your alarm goes off, then you wake up with sleep inertia. That feeling of being drunk, confused, and groggy. Try the nappuccino. This is a hack used by biohackers. Drink a cup of coffee, then immediately lie down for a 20-minute nap. Caffeine takes 20 minutes to hit your bloodstream, so just as you are waking up from your refreshing nap, the caffeine hits. It is a double boost of energy. Step 6, the Hara-Hachi-Bu diet. You cannot talk about Japanese health without talking about food. There is a concept in Japan called Hara-Hachi-Bu, which means eat until you are 80% full. In the West, we eat until we are 100% full, or often 110%, unbuttoning our pants after dinner. Digestion is a chemically expensive process. It raises your body temperature, which we know is bad for sleep, and diverts energy away from repair. If you eat a massive meal right before bed, your body spends the night digesting lasagna instead of cleaning your brain toxins. Furthermore, the Japanese diet is rich in miso and fermented foods. These foods optimize gut health. Modern science calls the gut the second brain. A healthy gut produces huge amounts of serotonin and GABA, the neurotransmitters required to relax and sleep. Stop eating 3 hours before bed and try the 80% rule. Stop eating when you no longer feel hungry, not when you feel stuffed. An empty stomach leads to a restful brain. Step 7. Tech off means sleep on. In most bedrooms today, phones, tablets, and TVs have VIP status. But these screens blast blue light. To your brain, blue light is indistinguishable from sunlight. When you scroll Instagram at 11 p.m., you are physically screaming at your brain that it is noon and to stay awake. This delays melatonin production by up to 3 hours. Japan is a high-tech society. 95% of teens own smartphones, but traditionally, the bedroom is a sanctuary. The word bedroom implies a room for the bed, not a room for the cinema. Try the digital sunset. 1 hour before you want to sleep, turn off the screens, switch to audio. Listen to a podcast, an audiobook, or calm music. Let your brain produce the hormones it needs. Step 8. Upgrade your pillow. You might not think your pillow matters, but imagine spending 8 hours with your neck tilted the wrong way. That is what most soft, puffy Western pillows do. Japanese people traditionally use sobakawa pillows. These are filled with natural buckwheat hulls. Unlike foam, which traps heat making you hot, buckwheat allows air to circulate perfectly, keeping you cool. Unlike cotton, which collapses, buckwheat shifts to fill the gap under your neck, providing solid structural support. Research shows a massive reduction in chronic neck pain and tension headaches when switching to proper cervical support. If you wake up with a stiff neck or a headache, your pillow is the suspect. Consider a buckwheat pillow or a firm contour pillow. Your neck will thank you. Step 9. The Ikigai morning. Finally, how do you wake up? If you hate your morning, you will subconsciously resist going to sleep because you don't want the next day to start. This is called revenge bedtime procrastination. In Japan, there is a concept called ikigai, which means your reason for being. The reason you get out of bed in the morning. Japanese mornings are often ritualistic. They drink water, expose themselves to sunlight immediately. Sunlight in the morning is just as important as darkness at night. It resets your circadian rhythm, starting the timer for tonight's sleep. So, let's recap the Japanese blueprint for rest. Cool your room to 60 or 65 degrees. Support your spine with a firmer surface. Take a hot bath 90 minutes before bed. Stop shaming your tiredness. Use strategic 20-minute naps. Eat until 80% full and care for your gut. Turn off the blue light and support your neck. These aren't massive life overhauls. They are tiny tweaks that build up, just like any good habit. And the results? Deeper sleep, more energy, clearer thinking. Because better sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's about performing at your best. This is the Kids Growth Lab. What is one sleep habit from this list you are going to change tonight? Just one. Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one. If this video opened your eyes, share it with someone who is tired of being tired. Sweet dreams.